Hello and welcome to EZGlutenFree. Today I'll be reviewing Cappello's gluten-free, grain-free, fresh, handmade pasta. Now I'll cut right to the chase here and tell you right off the bat that it's fantastic. Both the gnocchi and fettuccine, the varieties they sent, cook to a firm but tender consistency in just a minute or two. So you can make an infinite number of quick pan sauces and have dinner done in no time flat. Now today I'll show you 6 abbreviated tutorials to let you know just exactly what I did with the pasta. The whole collection shares not only the common thread of Cappello's pasta, they each share a bit of heavy cream in the recipe, tying the whole assortment together. Now I didn't say these were light dishes. Oh no, my friends. These dishes are epic luxury indeed, and one of them's downright bizarre. Who knows what Cappello's might be thinking about the desecration of their perfect pasta in this dish? But let's get back to the more basic dishes. In the first one, I sautéed some bacon, mushrooms, scallions, garlic, and grape tomatoes until the bacon looked crisp and the veggies looked caramelized. Then I added a splash of cream and turned off the pan. I dropped the fettuccine into the boiling water to let it cook for a minute, drained it, tossed it with the quick pan sauce, and dinner was served. Now in this dish I cooked the whole container of pasta for 2 people. But the portions were so large I made a decision right there to make the next dishes a lot smaller so that this incredible pasta would last a little longer. Now in the second dish I had some leftover roasted mashed sweet potatoes, which I added to the pan straight from the fridge. I added some cream and ribbons of fresh sage, and then to loosen the sauce later I added some pasta cooking liquid. Once the gnocchi were cooked, I simply tossed them with the sauce and the dish was done. Now this one's not only a perfect main course, it's also an awesome side dish with braised pork or other meats. I hope you're getting the picture with these dishes. You can basically just do a quick hunt through your fridge, freezer, and pantry for some ingredients, then sauté them in a pan with a splash of cream or stock or water, then turn off the pan, drop the pasta into the boiling water, let it cook a minute or two, toss it with the pasta sauce, and you've got luxury on a plate. Like this one, with shrimp, asparagus, garlic, sun-dried tomatoes, and cream. What's not to love here? And in this next dish, I sautéed some mushrooms and garlic together with a little marinara, some cream, a few pieces of shredded, slowly cooked braised beef that I had left over from a dish I made earlier in the week, and we've got another hearty meal. The gnocchi were not only as light as little pillows, they held their shape very well without feeling too dense or heavy even in a heartier sauce like this one. And if the previous dishes haven't been easy enough for you, the next one simply involves melting together some cream and butter, adding a handful of chopped walnuts, and tossing it all together. And when you plate the dish, you can add a sprinkle of parsley and a few crumbles of peppercorn-studded Pecorino Romano cheese. Then all of a sudden you realize that life is good indeed, my friends, and that almond flour makes an incredible pasta. Now on to the bizarre. If bread can easily straddle the fence between sweet and savory fillings, why can't Cappello's pasta make the leap into the dessert realm? I started by twisting strands of the fettuccine together and pinching the ends so they wouldn't unravel. Then I fried them until they were golden and brown and crispy. I sprinkled them with cinnamon and sugar while they were still hot and set the garnish aside. In another pan, I melted some butter, turned off the heat, added some muscovado sugar and cinnamon to the pan before tossing in the cooked gnocchi and tossing it all together. To plate the dish, I started out with a serving of cranberry compote that I made earlier in the week. I added a few spoons of slightly sweetened, slightly whipped heavy cream. Then I nestled on the gnocchi and garnished the dish with the crispy fettuccine, and dessert was served. This one's certainly outside the ordinary, but I think the cranberries were just a little too tart in the dish, and the whole thing would have been better served with spiced apples on the bottom. But the point here is not to make cooking into a big project. Start out with some good ingredients, toss out those measuring cups, and just get creative and have fun with it. Now Cappello's is a pretty young company based in Colorado. They use almond flour with potato and tapioca starches to create a pasta that's not only great for a gluten-free diet, it's also good for people on a Paleolithic diet as well. I'll put links to their Facebook and Twitter pages in the description box below so you can check them out. And when their website's up and running, I'll update the video with a link so you can get to them directly. And for other gluten-free recipes, you can check out my blog in the link below. And don't forget to subscribe. See you again soon.